over here. I'm sorry, gotta keep my voice down. Hey, over. You can see me. Hey, how you doing? That's good. I didn't expect you to be in the library. Not trying to imply anything. I'm not trying to say you're not reading or that you're stupid or something like that. No, I'm not kind of implying any of that at all. I'm just genuinely surprised. Genuinely surprised. Can I sit here? Yeah, great, thanks. Yeah. Okay, well, so what brings you here, then, to this, lovely establishment of, books and stuff? Why here? No kidding. Huh. Well, I was just here to, get a few books that I've been, meaning to kind of catch up on, you know? And, there's quite a lot of them. Some fun ones, some, like, more serious ones. If you want, I can show you what I've, been collecting and, well, renting out, more like. If you're interested, of course. Only if you're interested. I hope I'm not talking too loud. No one's approaching. I think I'm not too loud, but again, only if you're okay with that. Only if you're fine with that. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, sure. I would be more than happy to talk more about these fine books. Okay, let's see what I got. So, I got a Doom book, based on the video game Doom, where you kind of going around and you shoot demons with like a shotgun, plasma gun, and you go to hell, literally, and shoot even more demons. That one for the 90s. So, it turns out that there were novels based on the game, and I guess they were made official. I don't know who David Abhue and Brad Weaver are, but they wrote books, and the first one, a little corny, a little cheesy, but I kind of liked it. It kind of read like a fan fiction based on the first game. I've been kind of catching up on this second book, the sequel, the Doom Hell and Earth book. Boy, it's not good. I've been trying to muscle through it just to see if it gets any better, but it really is not. It's kind of just spiraling off into its own thing and trying to be its own kind of original story gradually, but, the more it does that, the less it becomes, well, like anything, like the game, like Doom itself. He gets these really weird means of, like, narrations, like the protagonist is supposed to be the Doom Marine, and he keeps referring to himself as yours truly. That's just corny. And then you get Private Arlene, it's kind of like the second hand, the femme fatale, you could say. And I think the chemistry between them is all right, but everyone else is like, who are these weirdos? Who are these random people just popping up? This isn't Doom. This is just a corny, boring space opera, and they're behind a big wall from incoming demons on Earth, and who cares? Who really cares? It's not a Doom. I'm sorry. I'm ranting too much. I'll calm down now. But yeah, that's honestly probably a book I'm gonna drop soon. Well, let me check out the other ones I got. Okay, now these are video game books as well, but these are really good. Shadow Warrior for Dead Eyes Only, and then Shadow Warrior, You Only Die Twice. Yeah, the two books, and they star the protagonist of this old video game, Shadow Warrior. It's a bit of a cult classic first-person shooter, or a boomer shooter as they call it. But yeah, so it's got this protagonist, and he's got a silly name. It's Lo Wang. Yeah, it's really stupid, I know, but he's basically he's a former bodyguard for this businessman called Zilla, and he kind of quit because Zilla's been using some dark arts magic to bring demons into that world. That's kind of like the basis of the game. But anyway, Lo Wang quits, but then he discovers there's another big problem, and it's a guy who's basically... He's basically got hands of a device that can shift tectonic plates, so all the continents and countries start moving. Of course, that causes a lot of floods, droughts, earthquakes, buildings collapsing, all sorts. So it gets really crazy. The first book is a bit more, it's a bit more tongue-in-cheek, a bit more silly, but the second book is really awesome. It's a lot darker and more serious, and there's some great fights with, like, Lo Wang fighting a, kind of like a shadow demon with his sword, and fighting, mutants in a tank. The first book's pretty good, though. It's still pretty good. It's still pretty silly at times, you know, and Lo Wang is still like he's still, kind of like a maverick, you know. He's an anti-hero, but he's still characterized really well and has a lot of funny quips and some really badass moves and special abilities. And it translates over really well in the second book especially. So, really awesome, these books. They're kind of hard to get, but I would definitely recommend them. If you ever play Shadow Warrior, then I'd recommend getting these books. What else we got here? Let me check. Oh, this one. The Road. Cormac McCarthy. I really love this book. It's really simply written, so, like, you know, you don't have to be like an English major from university or something like that to be able to kind of read it and understand it. It's really stripped back, the writing. Like, it even misses out on, like, punctuation and stuff like that. But I think that kind of works because it's set in a post-apocalyptic world. Like, it could be like a meteor or something like that. Like, the whole place, the whole planet, basically, is just covered in ash. And there's a dad and his son. And they've got to get through this post-apocalyptic world. And the conversation's really short, but they're snappy. It's there's quite a bit of tension between the son and father at select times, especially when things like bandits and cannibals are found. So, really tense. Doesn't have to go into, like, great detail just to describe how, how serious it all is. You can cut the tension with a knife on every chapter, every page. Always, like, really tense. But it's really awesome. I think it's got a lot of great moments. And I think that kind of, like, sparsity of information about what's going on, it makes you feel like you're among them. You know, we've just no clue. No clue what's happening, but just focusing on the present. Just focusing on getting through, well, just surviving. Surviving this post-apocalyptic world. Definitely recommend that. I've also been reading the Dune series. I've been catching up more on that, so I got here a prelude to Dune. So this was made by Frank Herbert's son, Brian Herbert, and Kevin J. Anderson alongside. And basically, like, it's books, like a trio of prequels that are inspired by, like, some notes and conversations made by Frank Herbert. And it takes place, like, years before the first Dune book, which, love that book. So it features, like, a younger Duke Leto Atreides and like a younger, more fit Baron Harkonnen, and it keeps jumping between different perspectives about how Duke Leto became Duke of House Atreides. And of course there's a lot of, like, really traumatic and frightening and gruesome moments, but it's also a lot of, like, themes of, like, politics, intergalactic wars, machines, like, if machines gaining their own kind of minds, sentience, and, like, where that point stops and ends, when basically a machine, is it a machine with its own mind, or is it a machine that's being controlled by someone else? So there's themes of that, genetic mutations, economy. It's like a friend told me, it's like a thinking man's sci-fi, not like Star Wars or something boring like that. Those are boring, and it's usually just about balance and fighting, but Dune, though, So much more thought-provoking and masterfully written. His son and the helping god it's so compelling. Really, really compelling with everything happening. There's always conspiracy and plans behind the scenes and people trying to one-up each other and, all sorts of stuff. I mean, there's one scene where there's a kid trying to evade like a pack of Harkonnen hunters. And he does it. He actually evades them. And all he has is a rusty knife. Well, they've got like las guns, as they're called. Absolutely can't recommend the series enough. I got this as well. It's an old Simpsons book. It's a Simpsons trivia book. I love the Simpsons. I quote it all the time. This is just like one of those kind of bumper books full of information, quotes, behind the scenes kind of facts, all sorts of stuff like that. I just like trivia and stuff. I just like kind of researching these things and really cool stuff to find out about this stuff, and also be reminded by just the brilliant writing back in the day. Back then the writing was so on point. It was so sharp and witty and humorous and surrealistic and satirical. And again, this is just a bumper book full of like some of the best kind of moments kind of compiled together alongside all sorts of other background pieces of information. So really great stuff. So yeah, that's all the books I'm gonna get basically. Actually, I don't think I've checked them out. Well, if you want, if you're not doing anything later, we could hang out. I'm not trying to impose, of course. I know that you're busy and you got your own things going on. But I just had the idea. Maybe you wanna get these books sorted, then maybe you might wanna just do something, anything. Only if you're. You sure? Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, I'm up for that. I'm most certainly up for that if you are. Boy, I should probably get these books to the desk. Well, I'll be back soon. You take it easy for now. Won't be too long. All right. See you soon.